10 years of backpacking and hiking. Here's some unexpected things that I've learned along the way. Check it out. I started hiking in Colorado around the year 2012. And that's the first time I had really hiked or backpacked with any kind of seriousness for like 30 years. Right? I had family to raise, I had my education, I had my career stuff, just all kinds of life stuff got in the way of me doing this.
Okay.
But since then, in the last 10 years, I've learned a few things, and here's 5 of the things that I found to be a little bit unexpected. And these are in no particular order, but number 1 is that I am stronger mentally and physically than most people would believe, even and especially myself. You know, Colorado's not an easy place to hike. It can be, but a lot of places I go, it's pretty tough. You know, and there was many times I found myself in a place where I just wanted to not take another step, give up, turn around, go back.
What are you talking about?
But I found that when I dug a little bit deeper, I found places in me I didn't know existed. And it's these times of testing that you find your real strength, both body and mind. We begin to understand how powerful we are in fighting negativity when we push ourselves to places that we didn't believe we could go. And that opened up the doors to possibilities that I didn't even know existed or that were even attainable, possible by me. And that's a powerful lesson that you can carry with you in many other aspects of your life, like, you know, health challenges, maybe setting financial or career goals, maybe even in relationships. Take that one last try. All right, number 2, the right gear for me is always better than the right gear for you. And I would want you to say the same thing to me. It's the purest, it's the most potent existence for you. It's just to be you, not try to be anybody else. So in terms of gear, you know, if it's function, if it's durability, if it's cost, if it's weight, whatever it is, whatever the combination is for you, that's best for you. Stick with it. You know, someone tried to sell me a backpack once that everyone else was raving about. I tried it on, it just wasn't right. I tried to put weight in it, I tried to adjust this and that. It wasn't for me, so I passed it up. And I found something that was best for me. And I still have the backpack, and I still love it. And I'm super glad that I listened to me. I'm here in my hammock to illustrate number 3. Respect comfort. You know, as I get older, being comfortable means I'll enjoy this more. And if I enjoy this more, I'll want to do it more often. And I want to do it longer. It means I'll get injured less. You know, I was sold on ultralight. Makes sense, right? I mean, you're carrying less, it's less stress on your body, you can see more because you're going longer distances. You're able to do that because you're carrying less. That was great until it became ultra uncomfortable.
Ain't that the truth?
Then I didn't feel like doing this as often as I wanted to. And that spelled danger. You know, but I still consider ounces and grams when I'm looking at buying stuff or when I'm thinking about what I want to carry with me on my next backpacking trip. So it's not a non-factor, but there's other factors. There's a misery factor, right? There's a durability factor. There's a cost factor. And there's also a comfort factor. Now I carry, you know, a few more pounds that I used to when I was more of an ultralight kind of backpacker. But man, I sleep good now. And I enjoy this at a much higher level than what I've ever done before. Number 4 is the why is the force. I'm sure if you've been hiking or backpacking or a nature lover for any length of time, you've probably heard of John Muir. Now there's a famous quote from John Muir: "The mountains are calling and I must go." For some people that means I've got to conquer that mountain, or I've got to finish this through hike. I assign a whole different meaning to that quote. It's something deeper and it's something more meaningful. And here's a couple of principles that I've adopted, that I believe in, that express the power of the why. Now in the end, time is your most valuable possession, right? There's no one on their deathbed saying, "Man, I wish I had more money right now." Yeah, most people I know, they often say, "I wish I would have had spent more time with my family or my friends or doing the things that I love." It's the time factor that is important. And so the principle there is your why should drive you to what you do. I don't want to be laying in my deathbed thinking, "Man, I should have done this, or I should have done that, or I should have spent more time here." No, I'm going to do it now. The second principle that I believe is that spiritual beings, which I believe we are, need spiritual fulfillment, right? Like a forest needs trees, like an ocean needs water, spiritual beings need spiritual fulfillment. Now this isn't being preachy, here's my observation. So science will show you that being in nature improves your overall quality of life. There are a lot of scientific studies will tell you that, right? That's not a big revelation for me. And I found that that's true for myself. Being out here kind of centers all the things in my life. It brings me greater mindfulness. It helps me focus on what's important. It reminds me of my place in the universe and my place in time, if that makes sense. I'm here right now because I'm supposed to be, so I got to make the best of it. And nature is part of that formula. It's spiritual, I think. I do this because it completes me, it fulfills me, it just fills me up, right? And that's better than summiting. That's better than completing a through hike. It's something deeper and more meaningful.
Whoa.
All right, that was a little deep, but all right, moving on to number 5. The learning never ends, right? I find that if I open myself up to the opportunity, if I humble myself to my situations, there's always something that I can learn. And there's nothing more true about that than what I've gone through in my hiking and backpacking life. Always learning, always learning. And sometimes I'm learning what I thought I knew in a deeper way. So it might not be something new I'm learning, but it's something I've already learned, but now I know, oh, that's, wow. You get those moments out here. So I hope you got something out of that. I hope maybe you found some similar experiences in your life, in your backpacking, in your hiking. Now, keep in mind, hiking and backpacking, being in nature is my thing, right? Yours might be traveling. Yours might be, whatever hobby. Yours might be, I don't know what your thing is. But I think all these things that I've talked about here today, I think you will find that in doing the things that you just love to do, that you feel you were meant to do. So I hope you found some value in this. Press the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and leave some comments down below. I like your thoughts on this kind of stuff. All right, see you on the trail.